A reversal of business trends has 100 jobs coming to America instead of staying in Asia. But it wasn't all that easy to make happen. Joel D. Smith is live with the owners of Chesapeake Bay Candle at their brand new factory in Glen Burnie. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, Patrice. This place used to be a liquor warehouse, and so why not have vanilla bourbon as one of the prized ones we're showing you today. Chesapeake Bay Candle, a lot of great options here. And then behind the owner here, you see how the factories work, and they're just starting up production today. And they're finally here after all this time. We have Mei Xu with us right now. What took so long to get here, you think?
Well, it's really the time of the day now to look at getting things done in a more creative way.
Okay.
And this line is really about celebrating life's every occasion. So, for example, you mentioned the vanilla, but we also have a beautiful array of products.
And you're saying that you're trying to get different atmospheres here. It's a better business atmosphere. That's why you guys were able to come to America.
Right.
Give me an idea of some different atmospheres created by these candles. Go ahead.
Well, there's different ones for decorating, from the colors for spring lemongrass, wake you up, Ivan guava, make you pretty. And there's
So they can make you pretty.
They can make you feel pretty.
Okay.
And then there's teakwood, guy's fragrance. Why? Because it has the woodsy nose to it.
Okay.
More mellow, but then you also have beautiful fragrances that freshen up a room in the summertime.
And the best thing about it, on the bottom, it says made in USA now. A lot of these things are finally made here. And that's good news, no matter how it smells, to the folks that are working here. 100 new jobs in this area. And hopefully start a new trend to actually getting more companies here in the U.S. and maybe in particular here in Glen Burnie. Well, that's where we're live this morning. Joel D. Smith, Fox 45 Morning News.
Well, at first glance, this next story might not pass the smell test. A company with all of its factories in Asia is opening its next one in the U.S. Well, Joel D. Smith is live in Glen Burnie to see why Chesapeake Bay Candle is bucking the trend of taking jobs offshore. And with all those candles behind you, this story has got to smell great.
It does, definitely. I know it's this trend we're hoping stays with us. Right there on the bottom, made in Vietnam. This is how it used to be for a lot of these. But obviously right now, we're going domestic here in Glen Burnie. 100 new employees. That's part of the great story here. And we got one of them here with us right now, Matt Francisco. Matt, what were you doing a few weeks ago when you weren't working here?
A few weeks ago, I was sitting at home trying to look for a job and stumbled upon this, and gladly I did it because I'm having a great time here, learning the different machines and learning the different label machines.
Did you ever think you'd be doing, working at a candle factory? Is that what you thought of your whole life?
Absolutely not. But it's a fun time, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. What were you doing before this?
Before this, I was working at a bowling alley, smelling like grease when I'm going home.
Right.
Not a fun time.
Right.
I go home now smelling like nice fragrances.
Nice fragrances. And you're this part of the story here. What do you think of a company that's just had Asian factories finally have one in the U.S.?
It's actually nice to hear they're coming back to Chesapeake Bay. Nice to have them coming back to the roots of U.S. And having them bring it back to the USA.
Good luck to you in the future, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
And what this comes down to, Patrice, is that the climate economically was really favoring Asia in a lot of situations. That's why a lot of companies did this. They worked over there. Now it's changing. The costs in Asia are really coming up, so they're willing to come back. It's more competitive in the U.S. now. They had some hurdles when they came here to Glen Burnie. They worked through them, and now they're ready to open up and have some domestic candles coming our way. Back to you.
And that's great for our economy. We love the fact that they're back here. Joel, thank you. Well, a reversal of business trends has 100 jobs coming to America instead of staying in Asia. But it wasn't easy to get that to happen. Joel D. Smith is live with the owners of Chesapeake Bay Candle at their brand new factory in Glen Burnie. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning. We wanted to find out exactly how this works, so we're manually feeding through a few of these candles and showing you how the labeling actually happens. Normally it would be automated, but for our purposes, we're just getting a little taste of how this actually happens. Very cool, finally making them here. Used to all be in Asia, even though the owners are locals. So what changed in the business atmosphere, the business climate, as to how you were finally able to get a factory here?
I think that everything has started to shift from labor cost to fuel cost to just being on the retail's front.
Perfect. And there's advantages to being here, including you can smell some of these things before they hit the market. Give me an example here.
Well, there's something that we're testing called white jasmine bamboo, and we want to be able to invite consumers into this facility.
And will it matter what they say as to whether or not you're going to actually do this? That's perfect. That's great. You couldn't do that before, I guess.
No, we can't.
Give me another example. I'm going to try one more.
One more is going to be our jasmine bouquet.
It's very girly, you know.
Well, 90% of the candle purchasers are girls.
Oh, well, then that's probably pretty good for you.
Yes.
One last thing. Girls and boys can come here as part of school tours.
As well as just retirees wanting to find how things are made.
That's great.
In
And
this
you're going
area,
to do that kind of every day, whenever you can?
we'll start with maybe once a week once we finalize our production plan, and then school tours as well as general consumers coming to give us feedbacks.
Perfect. All kinds of great reasons to be here, plus at least 100 new jobs, maybe in the future, double that. Patrice, some good news here in Glen Burnie. Company that used to be overseas, coming here.
All right, Joel, and I have one of those candles here, the white peach bamboo, and it smells very good. Tell them they did a good job.
I'll tell them right now.
Okay. Well, this next story smells good to me. A company with all of its factories in Asia is opening its next one here in Maryland. Joel D. Smith is live in Glen Burnie to see why Chesapeake Bay Candle is bucking the trend of taking the jobs offshore. We like that they're bringing it back. Helps our economy.
Yep, pretty good, and we're already starting to see it on the labels right there. You don't see much made in the USA anymore. How about that one? Manufactured by Chesapeake Bay Candle, Glen Burnie, Maryland, USA, of course, and now they finally have one here. And the business atmosphere, they said, just changed. Something you told me a little bit ago. This is Mei Xu. She's the founder and co-owner right now. In Asia, they're starting to really charge more money now because of their labor force.
Well, because now the government realized that all the laborers, including temporary ones, needs all the insurances from Social Security, Medicare, and retirement.
It just wasn't that way in the past, and so the benefits were there.
No.
Yeah, okay, so now the benefit to being close to home, not just, you know, workers, which we like, but also design. Explain that to me and show me a few things.
Well, we do a lot of design work, as in the background you can see. We start from trend research, fragrance research, consumer interaction, and a lot of times there's a disconnect between production to design. Now that they're closer, we'll be able to do a lot of consumer interfacing, as well as designers coming here to understand what process it took to make a product.
And also, it took 8 weeks before to get the product to the, you know, Kohl's or Target. Now, how long?
2 weeks.
Perfect. And they like that a lot, I bet.
I mean, because it keeps their inventory low,
right?
And it helps us to make our inventory level manageable.
Very good. And it smells very good around here. That's a good thing, too. My favorite so far, I'm kind of working on, I think, this one over here. Yeah, teakwood cedar is my favorite there. Patrice, I know you got a good one there as well. Back to you.
All right, Joel, that sounds like it smells good. Bring it back to the newsroom. We could use it around here. All right. Well,
I like samples. Yep, back to you got it.
A reversal of business trends has 100 jobs coming to Maryland instead of staying in Asia, but it wasn't easy to get them here. Joel D. Smith is live with the owners of Chesapeake Bay Candle at their brand new factory in Glen Burnie. And Joel, can you spell candle?
I did spell candle earlier. C-A-N-D-L-E. There we go. Puce, whatever you called it before. Anyway, this place is great because you got those workers and everything, but now it's also good for the company. Now, here's the workplace behind me. You see that, but all of their scents over here, all these great candles we're going to show you. Let's say this candle was a popular one, orchid and guava. If this is a popular one, normally if they wanted more, it would take 8 weeks to get back from Asia. Now, 2 weeks. So Kohl's, places like them, Target, they love the turnaround. People here love it as well. And actually the atmosphere has changed. It's not so great to be in Asia anymore in terms of how much it costs. The workers are getting a lot more money now. So now you might as well be in the U.S. That's what they decided here. And they're hoping that maybe this starts a trend, maybe nationwide or certainly in Maryland. So they're glad to be here, and they finally are. And if you want to come by, they're going to have some tours around here as well. Not too bad in it. Smells pretty good too. We're live here in Glen Burnie. Joel D. Smith, Fox 45 Morning News. Back to you.
And Joel, how many people, say it again, how many people are they thinking they'll be able to employ by the end of the year?
Eventually 200 if things are going the right way. So, you know, start about 70, they'll get to 100, and then if they see how things are going, maybe 200. So they really have some options here now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
all right.
Definitely.
Joel, thank you.